Hello there and welcome into the FIFAe World Cup 2026 Rocket League Week 2. My name is MiniMiner, delighted to be your host and caster for the day. Joining alongside me once again, as always, it is the wonderful Daromas. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome on into the show and welcome into another week here.
Yes, hello everybody and welcome to this lovely Tuesday evening, and this can only mean one thing, and that of course is the FIFAe Nations League featuring Rocket League. I love saying that as a winner. It's such a lovely little tongue twister. If you haven't got it nailed, it's all over the place. But yes, we are back with more international coverage, and well, we've got a different style of group this time round now that the teams have been seeded accordingly.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting actually to see how things go down today, because if we do take a look at our group for this evening, it seems like we do have a little bit of a strong chance, I suppose you could say, Daromas. We're one of the better teams here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we start things off with Montenegro and then head into Turkey and then Norway to wrap things up. Now, Montenegro and Turkey, I could say, are an easy 2-0. Now, we did ask people in the Discord how we felt about today's groups, and a lot of people were speculating that Norway would come out fighting and we could drop a game to Norway. But in my honest, unbiased Welsh opinion, I think this will probably be the best 6-0 we're going to get.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really exciting. I mean, we had the pleasure of watching the group from last time, and it was pretty much absolute cinema, wasn't it? We played against England. We played against England twice, of course, then in the knockouts as well. And it seems like the Welsh team is sort of playing pretty well, performing in a good way. Do you think they can sort of learn from those mistakes maybe they made in week 1 and carry them here into week 2?
I mean, the mistake was playing England, right? I mean, it was quite a tough side to face, and we managed to get the game off them right off the rip in the group stages, which put us in top seed, which was honestly, it was impressive. And you could tell it was impressive when FIFAe reached out and went, boys, we're going to take your clips, we're going to use them because we're going to put them on our Twitter, because this was unexpected. Wales top in the group. And then we got through to the knockout stages. We got that crucial top 8 spot where we faced England again, and unfortunately lost 3-1 in that phase. But hey, it's a top 8 finish. If we get top 8 again in terms of consistency ranking, which is how they base all this stuff, we should be in a very good running for week 3 and then qualifying for the Continental Championships.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really great. Now, I'm assuming it's the same sort of roster as before, right? For those maybe that watched last time. So same players playing this week as well. What is there that we could look out for this evening? Is there any sort of teams that could be a little bit of a slip up? Potentially Norway, you mentioned right there. Potentially the hardest team we're going to come up against tonight?
Well, yeah, I mean, I spoke to CEO John just beforehand, and he was like, if we don't come out fighting, we could very well drop a game to Montenegro. It's happened in the past where we haven't really, teams haven't warmed up, they haven't been prepared. And I actually had the chance to speak to Appjack in Paris about what on earth happened in that opening game with Wales versus England. And they were like, well, we're going to be brutally honest, we didn't warm up, we weren't prepared for it, and we lost game 1. And that's exactly what could happen here. So hopefully the Welsh boys are ready to go, them 3 being Tadpole, Creams and Breezy.
Yeah, really excited myself as well. Of course, we had the pleasure of watching it last time. And I think the Welsh team do have a sense of sort of pluckiness about them, and maybe not the best team in the world, but can come up against some of these bigger teams and some of these bigger nations and kind of pull out a result out of nowhere. It seems like that's definitely possible and something that we can maybe take into the knockouts if we do make it there. What do you want to see now tonight from the Welsh team? Are we expecting to see a win in every single matchup? Are we expecting to see high amount of goals? What's the goals here?
Well, game 1 and game 2, I think there will be a high tally goal count for Wales. We're either going to rack up that goal difference as much as possible. Very similar story to Group 1. However, on the other side of things, then we've got our toughest challenge right at the end being Norway at the end of the day, and that could swing either way. If that ends up being a 1-1, these first 2 games are going to be critical in that goal difference stat.
Yeah, it's going to be really great. I mean, Turkey as well, a team that I have not seen too much of. Are they potentially a team that could cause us problems, or should we be a much better side than them?
Might be a little chip off our shoulder. But again, I don't see too much threat there. And this is all biased aside. There's all stats coming into this. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, who are sat here watching this with a keen eye, I can tell you now, we should be getting decent results, and we hope that all we can really hope for here in the commentary booth is that they're warm and ready to go for game 1. And once that starts rolling, once that gets the ball rolling, you can definitely say that we should be in for a good time.
Yeah, so best case scenario now, we win our group, everything else goes as expected, as planned in the other groups as well. How is our knockouts going to be looking? Are we going to have a good chance of making it through to the sort of semi-finals, quarter-finals stage of the competition?
The quarterfinals will be our target again. Once we get to those quarterfinals, that's when the challenge starts. I mean, if everything goes to plan, I haven't really taken a look at the round of 32 or round of 16 teams. I've kind of just assumed that we get to the quarterfinals again, which again is a bold assumption. But, you know, if we could do it once, we could do it again. But once we get to that quarterfinal stage, we will be facing the Netherlands if everything goes accordingly. And that's a challenge in its own right. You know, Oli being a very strong player for them as well. I mean, I did have other names that have just completely left my head. Bear with me as I look back at that sheet.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm looking at sort of the knockout potential as well. So, of course, Group G, first place, of course, if Wales do end up getting there. Let me have a little look at who that would be. So that would be Group C fourth, and Group C is... who would that be? Sort of, yeah. So it could be someone like Bosnia, it could be someone like Iceland, Malta, one of those sort of teams, I'd imagine. So you'd imagine that it would be quite straightforward in terms of getting through that. It's just about, of course, getting through today. And of course, for the Welsh team, you can't really look too far ahead. It's like, yeah, we're definitely going to make the knockouts, definitely going to make those quarterfinals. You have to take each game as it comes, I suppose. And the first game that we're going to be having for you guys this evening will, of course, be against Montenegro. The players are getting themselves ready and in the lobby right now. So getting themselves ready to get going here. The first game, Wales, Montenegro. I'm pretty sure we had a really good run last time when we did this in week 1, right? We had a really good start. Of course, we topped the group. Trying to look back, it was the Wales versus England game was our first matchup that time. We actually ended up drawing that one, wasn't it? So coming out of the gates, we're expecting a bit better things. Is there anything that the team need to work on? Any weaknesses potentially in our game that we could need to sort of patch up before we go into today?
Be wary of counter-attacks is honestly one of the weak points that I pulled out from watching them back. I'm obviously not their coach. I think they've got a coach. I hope they got a coach that can talk themselves through it. I mean, Tadpole is a coach in his own right, so he's probably analysing every game that they're playing as well and looking over it. But I want to take just a key eye on counter-attacking. We like to play a very aggressive style, 2 upfield, 1 sat back, and that's perfectly fine. It's when that third man overcommits and that ball is loose traveling back to your own half. You've got to be wary of where that ball's going to end up, because it can lie right in center in front of your net, and that's an easy opportunity for any side to tuck away. So counterattacks are one thing to look at, especially with the high aggressive line that we like to play.
Yeah, I remember last time out we were speaking a lot about Creams. I think Creams had an amazing day. I think it was against England as well, just absolutely popping off in all aspects. Is he going to be a player that we're going to be taking a look at a lot of this evening as well? Is potentially maybe it's going to be Tadpole this evening? Is there anyone that's sort of coming into us in good form?
I think Creams will honestly still be that star player, right? They've set themselves the precedent now of, right, I'm going to get my name everywhere. I'm going to be the one scoring all the goals. But let's be wary of the assists and stuff, right? We saw great passes by Tadpole, great passes by Breezy as well. So while it may have been Creams getting all those goals, there were being parts torn up around the field for the likes of Breezy and Tadpole, just opening up space, allowing Creams our time on the ball. And that's exactly what I want to see here, especially tonight, especially against Norway.
Yeah, that's I suppose that's the big game, isn't it? That's going to close out the evening. It's going to be the Norway game. What do we need to do to beat them, and where could they cause us some problems in that game?
Good question. Well executed. I'll probably get back to you on that one when the game starts. We'll have to find out on that one.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm looking back at Montenegro's performances as well from the last time out here. They didn't win a single game, unfortunately. So from my limited knowledge, we should win quite straightforwardly, quite easily against Montenegro. But like you say, anything can happen. Those counterattacks that we maybe are a little bit susceptible to could cause problems. But again, it's just, a case of getting through this early stage of the competition, getting the points on the board. Because like we saw in the England game, I mean, you of course spoke to Apjack. If you don't warm up, you don't take things seriously, it can definitely go against you in this game as well. It's one goal, one counterattack can change the course of the entire game, and indeed the entire tournament as well. So I suppose we have to be sort of wary of that as well. We can't take it too easily, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And just another one as well. I was talking to Stelios about his Cyprus team as well. Just like what style of play would you recommend your boys playing in this sort of group stage? And it's very much Mikel Arteta ball. You get one goal and you park the bus completely. You hold the line as long as possible and hope your defense is good enough, and then you play that counter-attacking football or counter-attacking Rocket League that I just mentioned before as well. So again, if we concede early on, don't be surprised to see Montenegro sit back and just keep hold of that ball, try and keep the possession as well, and maybe have a few pot shots here and there, but they want to keep on to that goal like it's precious gold.
Yeah, I suppose that's a strat that a lot of teams would use against like a lot of the bigger teams. How do you actually then break that down? Is it just really hard to play against? I mean, you've of course played some high-level Rocket League as well yourself. Is that just become really frustrating to play against, or is there certain things you can do to sort of mitigate it?
I mean, it can be, but again, at that point, pressure comes down to boost management. And if you can steal the opponent's boost on that back line, it then becomes really hard to defend. It's all well and good defending with full tanks of boost, but like after about 30 seconds, that starts whittling down to nothing, and then defending on your own backboard and your own back line becomes astronomically more difficult. You're going to have a lot more trust in the double quits as well, making sure that ball does get out. And once, it's a long ball clearance at the end of the day to try and push yourselves up the pitch, collect those pads, reorganize yourself and go forward. But this, again, another factor as well is demos. If you demo that third man on the back line, all of a sudden there is a gap in the defense and a goal can easily come from it.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really exciting. For now, we are waiting on Montenegro to actually check in. So whilst they do that, we're going to go to a short break. And if they do check in and they are here, we will be back with some of that gameplay. But for now, we're going to go to a short break. So we'll see you afterwards. Hello, welcome back to the FIFAe World Cup 2026 here featuring Rocket League. Unfortunately, Montenegro did not show up, so it was a 3-0 automatic win for Wales, 3-0, 3-0. So now we've got 3 points. We're topping the standings here, Daromas, in the group. But now we've got a little bit of a matchup against Turkey, who did show up against Norway, but they drew.
They drew indeed, and that's a mega bit of news for us here as we get things underway. And there we do have it. Creams, Breezy, and Tadpole are on the pitch up against the Turkish side. Now, Norway drawing to Turkey was not on my bingo card for tonight, but hey, that's how it goes. And Norway ended up winning the first game, Turkey taking the second. We want to get a nice, clean start against this Turkish side, but they seem to be a bit more stubborn than we thought, passing the ball around on our back lines at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, the fact that they drew to the team that I'm sure was probably regarded as the second best in the group behind us makes things great for us if we can get through them here in this first matchup against them. And it's going to not be an easy one for Wales whatsoever, and Turkey can just carry the ball forward, looking to try and get another touch on it, but Creams is there to clean up. And Wales just need to get through this game, and of course guaranteed the spot into the knockouts already. It's a good shot there, but saved from Turkey, who just seem to have their backs against the wall right now. Nice counter attack from them. Creams is back, but gets intercepted, and Turkey now on the defense.
Yeah, another best touch by Lorelei there. It's going to leave things a bit awkward for Turkey, but they do get the ball clear out. But Tadpole's there, low on boost to work with though. And Emre has a chance to carry this forward. Lorelei. It's a touch, and it's towards Creams now. After that clear off a backboard of 50 up, and Tadpole going to tip this little sidewall. But Lorelei's there with the read, and on neutral at the moment. You've got to wonder how warm are this Welsh side. They were ready for a series, didn't get one. Turkey are fresh off the press of a decent series against Norway, so that will develop as time progresses here.
Yeah, getting a good start here for Wales is going to be super important. Already 2 minutes gone in this game, and no goals as of yet. And not one going to be happening right there as Creams gets the double touch through towards Tadpole. Can't quite get the angle to get it towards goal as Tadpole now gets it back towards the middle and cleared off the line. Or cleared from the box from Turkey, who haven't really had major chances yet. A few taps off the back wall that just haven't really gone to anything. And Creams from the left side. I think it's an own goal here from Turkey.
It was indeed, and the Busaman was looking a bit critical from Turkey. So I said, when you're defending that hard, your Busaman will limit, but that's a full tank. JZM looking to try and clear that off the post, finds his own top left corner, so Wales have the advantage here. After 2 minutes, 8 seconds of play, Lorelei does get the beat on the kickoff, but Creams full tank to work with here. Straight back, up over 1-0 fall to Breezy, towards that backboard, it's free. We'll leave it for Tadpole, looking for a double towards the top left. Doesn't find the shot though, and Breezy will just keep this in the blue half.
Nice attack though from Wales, continuing the momentum. Emre though gets it up in the air, can't quite get the second touch on the ball. Comes down to Lorelei, who's putting it back towards the Turkish goal. Tadpole, no boost to work with. Creams there heading across the back, ball saved from the line from Lorelei as well. Turkey really got their backs up against the wall right now. Tadpole up towards Breezy, can't get a touch, and Turkey can survive.
Yeah, but that's what I said in the pre-game brief for Montenegro, right? Demos on the back line, whittle their boost down to nothing and keep the ball in their half. That's now been deflated as it's now heading towards the midfield. Tadpole flicks it up high for Creams though. Will tap this towards the sidewall. He can double that to the corner. Does find it. Breezy isn't going to get the beat though, and that's going to fall to JZM. JZM now carrying it side. Tries for a pass across, doesn't find anything there, and Emre with a 50 will be slowed down by Wales then. Look at the charge forward for another attack.
And Creams will carry it forward there to full tank of boost, but couldn't do anything with it. Tadpole on the back wall again. This is really where Turkey have been sort of attacking a lot on that sort of upper end of the back wall, and they're going to have a shot here. Emre gets the goal. With 1:35 left on the clock, it's now 1-1. Little mistake here from Tadpole, you could say, and then really nicely collected from Emre to slot it home in the top corner.
Yeah, perfectly slotted in the top left. Emre just correcting what JZM's mistake was in the first half of this match. We have 95 seconds left, and a kickoff here will be crucial, and that's a good one at that. We're going to try and demo Lorelei, but was aware of the situation there. Creams has to get here with a good touch to Tadpole, but nothing found. Breezy towards the back corner, tips it to the opposite corner, and Tadpole should be the one to pick this up. Back towards Breezy, to Creams now. A little bit of a passive play happening there, but not enough boost to get a touch on it. Emre will carry this downfield. Looking to be a danger for this Turkish side.
I can go up high. Lorelei's there and finds the goal. In a matter of seconds, Turkey have turned the game around and are now winning 2-1. A couple of Welsh players there in the air. No one there to clean up the shot that just fell into the middle of the goal. And now Wales have got it all to do here in the first game of the matchup.
Well, really difficult goal to read as well for Wales in the defensive half. Your cars flying everywhere, and this is a bit more of a style of play you want to see Wales play now. Just send that ball long and try and get whatever you can out of it. You can attack this side, but it looked to be quite robust at the moment. It will fall to Creams, though. We'll have an opportunity, a cheeky shot. It'll pop up high, and so Breezy wasn't fully committed. Doesn't have enough boost to work with a 50 towards the final third, but JCM will pop up high, look to carry this forward, and that clock will continue ticking down. We need to get something threatening on their net here. We've sat back a bit too much.
Yeah, the danger, though, is that Turkey is still very, very aggressive here in these final 30 seconds as Creams tries to carry it forward. Loretti's there to intercept. 25 seconds left on this clock for Wales to make something happen here and try and take it to overtime at the very least. Breezy carrying it forward on the right side, but can't quite get another touch on the ball. And this Turkish defense right now have been so strong. It all's going to come down to potentially one last attack in regular time here for Wales. Intercepted from the Turkish defense again. Emre's there, trying to direct it towards goal. Tadpole maybe to launch one last attack. Breezy in the air, hits it across the ceiling. Nearly gets time up, but no. Kept alive from Creams, back towards goal. Tadpole's there, but saved. Lorelli with a crucial save for Turkey, but Breezy keeps it alive. Turkey just trying to put it on the floor right now, and there it is. Game over. Turkey 2, Wales 1.
Well, that's not the result we were expecting here. But again, Turkey, hot off the press, as I said, against Norway. Got a game, got a draw. Now they've got a game against us. We need something now here just to keep us alive for that top spot. The beauty of it is that Turkey drew to Norway. And we know everyone gets a guaranteed 3 points from Montenegro because they haven't showed up. So a draw and a win here wouldn't be too bad for us. In fact, I think it will top us. But again, we can't really see how things are going to happen. We need this game. This game is crucial.
Yeah, really crucial game. Just, I suppose, didn't take advantage of a couple of the chances early on. Some good defending, though, I guess you have to say, from Turkey to give them the credit there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they were very stubborn, very aggressive on the front foot as well. There was a lot of confusion. That second goal, I believe, was... Or I look back at that one, because 3 cars were in the air for Turkey, and Wales couldn't really read who was going to hit the ball. And it just so happened to find the back of the net. It wasn't the cleanest of opportunities for Turkey, but they made it work. And we get things started on the way, and they were immediately on the attack within the first 10 seconds. But a counter now by Wales should allow us something, but Tadpole not playing that to the correct style that he would like. Creams with a 50 to Lorelei, and Breezy up high towards the ceiling to Tadpole now will find a shot towards the backboard, but Emery does get the touch to clear it up. A pass inside again though by Wales, not threatening enough.
Yeah, Turkey just continuing the defensive prowess that we saw from the game. With a fake! Lorelei getting a goal to kick things off for Turkey, and it was this fake right here that was so crucial. Nice little block from Emre as well to clear the way, and it was basic, it was simple, it was easy for Lorelei there at the end. But not a great start from Wales here in the first 30 seconds.
Emery absolutely sending Tadpole to his own net. That's a 2-goal there for Turkey, really. But, you know, we're going to need to up our pace here if we want something out of this series. A goal down with 4 minutes 20. There's still plenty of time. We don't need to throw everything at it just yet. Breezy with that pass from Creams will find an angle. It looked threatening off that corner read, but it did tap off the backboard, and Creams now probably get this to Breezy or an individual play, and it looks to be the latter. Emery, though, will find it. It'll go to Lorelei, and that's 2-0 after what is very scrappy play by Wales.
Yeah, a little bit of a gift here for Lorelei, just kind of going back across goal, likely going to get boost, and then ending up finding the ball right there on a plate to score the goal. 2-0 to Turkey. And Wales just haven't seemed to hit the ground running here in this second game, which is what you needed after losing the first.
A bit of a weird start. It's like they haven't really shown up for this one at the moment. It's quite harsh to say as that 50 goes wayward, and Emery going to try and get there. Breezy with a 50 will pop up back to Breezy, then will find a touch, and that's a bump on the back line. They're trying their own tactics now at Wales to Turkey. It's up high, dangerous, but JZM is going to get to that one. Breezy now on the sidewall, looking to make something happen. Flip reset active, drops it down to Tadpole. Tadpole should get a clean shot, will find the back of the net. 2-1. That was a great pass by Breezy. Yeah,
Breezy, really great work from him right there. The flip reset, knocking it past the Turkish defender, and Tadpole was there to clean up the move. 2-1 already. The same scoreline as our first game, but with 3 minutes 30 left to go, is this Wales finally starting to kick into action?
I wouldn't count on that just yet, as JCM sends that one towards our backboard. Tadpole does get bumped for good measure. Look to try and get the flip off that ball, but Breezy now full tank to work with. Lorelei just challenging that. There is no remorse from this Turkish side. They don't care where they're positioned on the pitch. They will just go for ball, but Tadpole with the redirect. Saved away by JCM.
This one from Breezy there on the left side of the pitch as well. Gets a demo in the process, and now Wales have the player advantage if they don't get intercepted by JZM. They're looking to find another goal of their own. Actually carries it just a little bit too far for Emre, who couldn't quite get there. Larai's there as well. Tadpole on the back wall, defending it very well. Emre's there as well with the shots. Redirected almost into the goal from JZM, but Wales now on the back foot.
Tadpole will send this downfield. Emre will get a touch towards backboard, will recover that well as well, will carry it forward, pops it up high, beats out Breezy. Demo's done as well in the process. Creams now, not getting there. A back line was open for a second, but Tadpole recovers well. Emre now on the corner. Demos are opening up our back line again. A shot low, it's dinked off the post. It's up high, but the threat still continues for Turkey.
So much action in the Welsh box. It's exactly where they didn't want it. Off the line from Tadpole, the hero of the day so far, keeping Wales in it. Tadpole can't get to that one though. JZM 3-1 to Turkey.
This is relentless. All three players of Turkey in our 8-yard box. That's crazy stuff. You don't see that happening, but it's working for them because we don't know how to counter it. And to be honest, the best way to counter it is a long ball, but we can't get a long ball when we're being bumped all across the field. So kick off in a good way. Tadpole looking towards the back wall, but JCM's already there to read it. 2 minutes left to go. We need 2 goals.
Still time for Wales. Turkey so far, they've had a real dream performance against Wales. Redirected almost there from Creams. Tadpole's going to be there as well, have an opportunity. Going to get cut out from Turkey yet again. Lorelei's there trying to intercept. Gets the ball, redirects towards the Welsh goal, but Creams should be there to clear up. Nicely intercepted though from Lorelei, and this is where Wales just need to try and make the most of these opportunities that they're getting. There's been some decent chances from both teams. Turkey just seems to be the more clinical and causing a lot more chaos already in the Welsh box. Wales just haven't quite been able to hit the ground running in this game. Lorelei's through on goal again. Nicely blocked from Creams, but look who's there again. They just got so many cars in that Welsh box.
It's such a disrespectful way of playing, to be fair. It's working, you know, just be aggressive, ignore every opportunity that Wales are trying to throw at the Turkish net, and just play super aggressive Rocket League. It's now come down to a minute. We need a goal every 30 seconds. Ooh. One by Breezy there would have been nice, but Tadpole of the whip back inside. This should be an opportunity, but it's saved away by JZM on the back line.
It's just an impenetrable wall right now from Turkey at the back. I don't know how they keep doing this. Some of the saves have been unreal, and even their attacks just launching everything forward. Emre there with a shot that goes wayward. Breezy now has to carry it forward. Again, Lorelei's there to clean things up. And it's just unrelenting pressure from Wales and Turkey on both ends. It's just Turkey seem to be better in those last-ditch attempts to save the ball. And Wales just haven't been able to find those attacks in their way right now. 30 seconds left. Need a little bit of a miracle. If Lorelei can get towards this, the fake is going to be great. Goodness. And that's how it's done. Lorelei with their goal again. And this was fantastic.
I want to apologize to the Turkish FA because they've seemed to do something with their players. They were not on my card to like really get a result against us, but with 30 seconds left to go, oh, that's a pinch kick off the start off for Wales. And this is an impossible comeback now, it has to be said. 2-0 down, and this will be a game conceded. There's a good shot by Creams, but again, it's all a consolation at this point, I feel. What does that mean for the groups? Well, Turkey are looking to top it, to be fair. That's what that's going to mean.
Yeah.
Unless we can get a result against Norway, that sways better than what Turkey did to them.
Quite unexpected, seemingly, for Wales here. I think maybe that was sort of reflected in the gameplay that we got to see. It was like, you know, maybe they didn't expect this level of aggression, this level of defensive solidarity from the Turkish side that just seemed to be so good in all areas. They're going to get their 5th as well. It's going to be not going to change too much in terms of the scoreline here, really. But, of course, the overall goal difference will be great for them. And, yeah, Turkey seem to be a very strong team and a team to be a force to be reckoned with, I suppose you could say, for the rest of the competition here. So well done to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Was that 2-1, 4-2?
Yep.
So we are sat at -3 goal difference. I thought it wasn't going to be something that we're going to have to look at, but it's absolutely something we're going to have to look at now because, well, Norway currently top of group with 4 points. They will have to face us. Turkey will just get a guaranteed 3 points, so they'll be on the top with 7. Oh, wait. Oh, they won't. Yeah, they will be.
Yeah.
Oh, that means Turkey top the groups.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's confirmed it, right? Because yeah, it's going to be Wales against Norway next up. So we've got that matchup. Obviously, depending on goal difference, if Norway beat us by a lot, I think they can still top the group, right? But I imagine that's going to be a lot more of a closer matchup than that. But we do have to be very wary of it, of course, because Norway took a game off of Turkey, and Turkey just took both against us. So it's not going to be quite as straightforward as we maybe expected here going into this, Daromas.
No, absolutely not. So we could actually end up finishing third. With all things considered, hopefully that's not the case. You know, I'd like to see a second place finish here. We'd need a result against Norway, and that's going to be a difficult one now after the loss that we've just had to Turkey. That's going to be a difficult feat to come by and to try and recover from here. But, you know, I guess stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Norway up next. We've lost 2-0 to Turkey. It all comes down to the list of whether or not we finish second or third.
Yeah, it's Welcome back here for the FIFAe World Cup featuring Rocket League. Now, it's not been the greatest start from the Welsh perspective here. Of course, we had that automatic win against Montenegro, but Turkey, they came to play and they surprised us here, Daromas, with a massive win over us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a 2-0 result was not on my prediction. I don't think it was on anyone else's prediction in Esports Wales' group, to be fair, but hey, that's just the way these games go. We have Norway up now, live on your screens, but as things stand, Turkey have already secured their top spot, and this is a fight for second place. Now, what does that mean for the knockouts? Well, it either means we win the round of 32 and we face France in the round of 16 if we finish third. If we finish first, if we finish second, however, we face England in the quarterfinals again. So, you know, it's whatever you fancy. I'd rather it not be France. Tadpole are going to make an opportunity, and Breezy, a second shot towards net, will make things 1-0 to start us underway. But we've now got to lock in and get this second place spot. Yeah,
that's the goal here. We're going to just play our own game and try and make sure that we get through Norway here. It's not going to be an easy game. This is, remember, the game that we predicted, and you were saying at the beginning of the day, Daromas, it was going to be the most difficult. And now this is a game that we pretty much need to win.
Indeed, and we need to keep things tight. We need to rack up some goals here, just to give us some confidence, especially heading into tomorrow. Because it'll be no easy task if we decide to show up like this right off the rip. That's going to be a free ball for Tadpole off the backboard. Finds a double, but Wozian is there to get a save, and a pinch downfield will mean Breezy has to retreat back. Jumper's waiting for this one, doesn't get there. We'll look for a demo on the back line as well, but Breezy individually gets past two.
Defending there from Wales. A little insight into the danger here of what Norway can do. Carrying it forward was Wozian, but not quite able to find the attack, the shot potential there at the end. Tadpole there picking it up. A little bit of boost to work with. Tries to direct it towards the top right corner, but not quite going to find it. Breezy there to try and block, but carried over him in towards Yup, but Yup is going to be intercepted as well. Tadpole now going up. Backboard down, straight into the middle, but there's no Welsh player there to carry it forward.
Reams will take that one up into the midfield, a pinch downfield. Jupp looking a bit awkward. Will try and get a second touch, will not find it. Breezy should 50 here and does well. Neutral ball in the final third. Pinched across to that side wall. Breezy looking to cause some disruption on that back line. Pops it up. Or what would have been Tadpole, but Wozian was there. Bolt managing to get another touch. It'll drop down Breezy. Has to get a touch. Creams full tank to work with. He gets a beat on one. And the boost of Norway looking a bit limited, but so does Wales. So it's slowed down quite a bit as we enter that midfield line. A redirected attempt by Wozian not found, and we still hold a 1-0 advantage here. The ball still not hard.
Yeah, rattled off the post there. Very, very close. But Bolt carrying it back towards the Norway defense. Back inside, and a lovely goal from Wozian there. But it was the play from before. Every single Norwegian player touched the ball here before it ended up in the back of the Welsh net. And to be fair, that's a nice goal.
Yeah, it was a really nice three-way passing play there. 1-1 on the scoreboard. 2 minutes 40 left to go, just over halfway here. As Jupp looks to try and get a follow-up touch, but Breezy is there to pick it up. Wozian should be on this and does so. Gets beat on Creams, and Tadpole has to be careful now. Breezy's gone up to grab boost on that back line, so Tadpole does get that ball. It's kind of somewhere on the pitch right now. There you go. Wozian has it, but Creams managed to get the intercept, clear downfield, but Bolt going to try and cause some chaos of his own. Intercepted though, and the ball will float about awkwardly in that defensive third. But you see how much Turkey have rattled us here. We're not playing that aggressive style that we like to play. We're sat back quite a lot of the time.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here for Wales. A lot of pressure for Norway as well. It's a very important 2 minutes coming up for both teams as Yup goes up forward. Wozian's there as well, but intercepted, save from Tadpole there on the Welsh line. Wales need to try and forge an attack of their own right now. Creams with a little bit of boost to work with. Carries it over one. Can't quite get it over Yup though, and Tadpole's just waiting in the wings. Breezy heading it forward. On the left side is Tadpole looking to intercept. Bolt gets it forward as well. And it's a little bit difficult for either team right now just to find a proper attack, a proper opportunity, because the defending's been so good.
I mean, a proper hold of possession would be nice from either side right now. It's very chaotic. There's not a lot really going on. A lot of loose ball time. There's no one really finding a follow-up touch. Bolt, though, looking to try and find a pass across. It'll fall to Wozian, but Breezy instead of going to save on the back line. Bolt now will flick it up high, and demos one for good measure. Looks for a bump with the second, but Breezy somehow tips that one away.
Yeah, but best bit of play there for Norway in a while. They had a couple of really good chances, and Wales are holding on tight to this 1-1 right now with 1 minute left on the clock. This is going to be an important minute here. Winning that first game in the matchup is always absolutely vital. Tadpole tries to get on the end of that. Doesn't quite happen. Breezy here as well on the right side. Flicks it under him, actually. So Breezy went way over as Creams is able to collect it. Has a little bit of boost in the middle. Gets a touch and redirects it towards the goal to put Wales back in front.
Yeah, it was a great bit of play by Breezy here. Just cuts the inside of Wozzy, and that's found a perfect bounce. Creams is there, full power on it, 110 kph into centre net. 2-1 to Wales. 44 seconds left to go to hold on to this one, and this will be a huge game here just for morale purposes for Wales. It's going to bounce awkwardly for Wozzy and does recover it, tries to get beat, but Breezy picks that one up. We'll look to try and double this lead, try and settle themselves in. Creams is there, finds the shot, Bolt with a save.
Great attempt there, but now look, there's opportunity for Norway. Good save from Tadpole as Wales can continue to commit players up top. Yup's going to be there as well. They continue to have this possession to Norway, and they're going to do some great things with it as Bolt finds the goal. And you could say a little bit of over-aggression there from Wales. Creams just about couldn't get there initially, and then, of course, it was always going to be difficult to save that final shot. 20 seconds left. We're back all square.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tadpole gave a loose ball in that corner, which allowed that attack to open up right off the rip. Creams will try and find the top right, cleared away by Bolt. Breezy's there with a follow-up shot pass to Creams, but Creams couldn't get there. Breezy now, a little bit of boost to work with. Final 10 on the clock. We could be seeing an overtime unless this counter-attack is threatening. Tadpole gets a pop-up. We'll look to try and carry this forward. Not the best second touch. It'll drop down. We do have overtime in game number 1 against Norway.
A game that's been really, really hotly contested. Both teams having their chances. Both teams making some heroic saves off the line. But now it's all up to this moment, this final section. Who's going to get this next goal? Absolutely vital in terms of morale and in terms of points for this first game of the series here. Bolt carries it forward in the middle of the pitch, looking to get another touch. Gets it, but Creams is there to intercept.
Now, the only way a draw will be viable here for Wales if Norway score this goal is if we win the next game 5-0. Now, this game is crucial for us. The ball straight towards Breezy, who will pick that up, but Boost looking dire for Wales on that back line. The only one full tank at the moment is Tadpole, but there you go. It's like Creams manages to pick that one up off the ceiling. Creams is going to be awkward. It's actually going to find the back of the net. And Norway are 1-0 up here in this group stage game. And as I said before, we need to score 5 in game 2 to make us finish second place, or we have France in the round of 16 tomorrow.
Oh, that was a tough one there at the end, that final goal. It was just, I think, the statues there from Wales. Nobody quite knew what to do with it there on the goal line. And it was just like double touch, I think it was there off the ceiling. It was actually really nice to sort of redirect it towards a goal for Norway. Makes things really difficult for Wales right now, though. I think we started that game really strongly. I think everything was going our way, and then it just seemed like once Norway picked up a little bit of that momentum, a little bit of that confidence, they seemed to run away with it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't say that I'm not frustrated here in the commentary box after what we saw in the first week of play. We come into this with a higher expectation, and now we're dropping games to Turkey and Norway. But as I said, so we've got a chance to finish second. We need to put 5 past Norway here. Either 5 or 3. I think it's 3. It'll be 3 goals because that's how maths works. But we have to do that right now. This is the game that we need to win. The only games that we've won are against the no-show today so far. We need something on the board. Now will be a perfect opportunity to do it. Creams send this towards the corner, but Bolt is there to read. Tadpole now on the back line, looking to carry this forward. Has changed to the Octane. Bear in mind, a bit of a mentality switch going from that Fennec, and Breezy looking for a dunk. Doesn't find the back of the net, though.
Not quite there, but a strong start here from Wales, like the last game, starting strongly. Got a goal, of course, in that first one to put ourselves up in the lead, but just need to hold on a little bit better throughout the rest of the game. As now Norway can try and carry an attack on of their own, as Breezy is there on the right side. Can't do anything with it, and with his boost, though, Creams is there to pick up the pieces. Back towards the goal, carries it there, double touch into the net. And that's a great start for Wales, who need that 3-goal advantage. In the first minute, getting the first goal, Creams with a fantastic one.
Yeah, clean air dribble there, defined the top of the net, 1-0 to Wales. 4 minutes left to go, but we know this Norway side love to come back and they love to make things difficult for us. But Breezy, let's get the winning kickoff. Will not go for the boost though. Jupp is up, but Tadpole with a quick read and a demo on the Welsh player of Creams there by Woznian, who has control of the ball. Flip reset, round one, looks to beat Creams as well. Finds the back of the net, and that's a brilliant play by the Norwegian player.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It was just this little reset there, flicked over one, and then gets it past Creams there at the end. They are dangerous, this Norway side. We've seen little glimpses of that. We've seen their attacking prowess. We know what they can do when they get the ball in our half. It's just about defending it, and so far Wales haven't been able to do that. Nearly an opportunity there for Breezy if it wasn't for the demo. Now Yup can carry it forward.
High goes, Bolt will get the touch, and it looks like all the Welsh players have committed forward. We have managed to get one back. Woznian, not enough boost to work with. We'll try and get a pass across. Breezy just not quick enough to that play. Jump now towards the corner wall. Tadpole with a good 50. They'll fall to a loose one. Creams will have an opportunity. But Woznian just turns on a dime, gets that one past two of our players, but Creams looking to make up for that. Pass across to Breezy now towards the side wall, and he'll drop down for Tadpole here, who will pop it up high. Look to carry this over one. Maybe it's going to be a difficult task to beat on two. It'll drop nicely for Breezy, who hits the bar, and Creams cannot get the follow, and a counter-attack is on.
Every single Wales player right there had an opportunity. Every single one of them missed, but it's okay as Tadpole now carries it forward. Again, intercepted from Bolt. That was a huge opportunity, you have to imagine as well. Creams goes towards the goal, but Bolt is there to clean up. Tadpole again, hoofs it up forward. Creams is there as well. Double touch maybe off the back wall, but intercepted from Yip as well. So it's just a difficult opportunity now for Wales just to try and find an opportunity to forge an attack. It's just been difficult for them.
Yes, indeed, and the ball in our own half, a 50 up high. It's going to leave things awkward for Breezy to get a touch. Does manage to tip it to the corner, though. Woznian with a pass across, and Creams and Tadpole both going for that one. Tadpole picking up the corner boost. We'll go for the boost again, though. Bolt has a full tank to work with. We'll look to try and get a beat, but Breezy is there to pick it up. Up and around it will go. Woznian not getting much more to that one. Creams will carry this. 50% not found. Tadpole now to the side wall. Breezy isn't going to be there. There'll be another touch for Tadpole, but Bolt intercepts, and it's very scrappy. Rocket League here. Like, we're trying to keep possession, we're trying to get forward, and we need 3 goals. We got 2 minutes to do it. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, very scrappy, very hectic, and with this way that this Norway team are playing, it's becoming very, very difficult to turn those attacks into actual clear-cut chances. And the ones we had, we hit the crossbar, hit the post, just about coming short. So not being easy for Wales, but still 1 minute 44 to go. Bolt gets the block there as well, so Wales is just going to have to wait a little bit before carrying it forward. Breezy a little bit less boost, but Tadpole's there to help out his friend. Yup in the middle of the pitch. Woznian there. Can't do anything with it.
Tadpole clears this one long, will not get the boost for it neither, though, so Yup is up. He'll fall towards it, he'll drop it down, but 2 of the Norwegian players are in our half, a bit uncomfortable. Bolt's not going to get there. Yup will pop this high, has no boost to work with. Creams up quickly, look for a redirect towards that corner, but again, not threatening enough. At 50 now, founds Yup, and he'll fall to Bolt, but Tadpole's there to get a touch. Up and around, nothing found. Again, we can't get this ball out of our half.
So difficult now for Wales, and again, now carrying it forward. Breezy gets his boost snatched away there at the last second, so he wasn't able to carry it forward himself. Tadpole at the back wall is able to get there, but it's just difficult because Wales know they need goals. They're just not able to get past this defense of Norway. Seemingly quite a high line as well, just able to get so many of those interceptions early up, and then even just snatching a lot of the boosts away that we've seen previously becomes very, very difficult to play against. Yup now. Woznian's there as well. Back towards Yup on the right side. And an opportunity, though, to direct it towards goal as Creams there should be able to get to this. He does. Woznian's there, and Breezy can carry it forward.
This will put a sting in our consistency points as well. The group stage, if you finish in 3rd, you're not getting many. And what is that? I think Breezy got bumped. Yeah. That should have been an opportunity to square this game away, but Creams will carry this forward. Flip reset, will find at the back of the net, 2-1, but it's not going to be enough to secure 2nd place. We will finish 3rd, and consistency points wise, I think we get 25.
Yeah, it's a tough one because it's like, you know, that goal's going to be great for morale, I'm sure, as well. The fact we can actually win a game, but I think the overall day hasn't been the greatest for Wales in terms of morale either. You know, a lot of expectation coming into it, a lot of belief, really, I suppose you could say, that we could go on and win this whole group. And then winning this game, but it's bittersweet meaning that Wales should finish third in the group here in Group G, which means it's going to be an incredibly difficult task now in the knockouts here.
I stand corrected. It's 60 points consistency ranking there. We've gained 60. It's not as bad as 50, which is bottom of the group. But like again, we're gonna have to form a bracket run of dreams. You know, round of 32, we could win that one fine, but then it's the round of 16 where we have to face France, and they won the last tournament for this. So we're gonna have to pull off some sort of insane gameplay, and we haven't seen much of that today.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look now. Of course, we finished third in Group G. That means we'll be playing against Group B's second, which is currently Croatia, but things could change over there. So that's going to be a difficult one. If it is going to be Croatia, do you think we have a chance against them? Is that going to be a game that we should be able to win?
Well, everything I've said, I've kind of got out the window today. I'm not even going to make a call on that. I'm too scared to make a call, to be honest. Like, maybe? Who knows? We'll just have to find out tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah, I suppose that's what it's going to be about, isn't it? What's about today, would you say, went wrong? What do they need to look at now and try and adjust, improve? Is there any sort of glaring, obvious error that was being made today? Or was it just maybe lack of warm-up, lack of, of course, that Montenegro first game could have caused a few issues as well, the fact they didn't play that. How does things go now in tomorrow's games?
The key point here was lack of possession, to be honest. We didn't really control the ball that much. We were panicking a lot on the back line as well, which allowed these goals to fall in. A lot of hesitation. What we saw in week one was relentless, no hesitation, no holding back plays. This week, we've seen a completely different side of, we're gonna sit back, we're gonna, play a bit sheepish, and it's not what we want to do here. You've got to bring back that aggression, stop the hesitation immediately, get your comms up, boys. If you're going for a passive play, announce that. If you go for a solo play, announce that. It's the fact that we sat there and held back for whatever reason today. Could be anything. Could just be a mentality thing from one of the players today. They weren't really feeling up to it. That's why we've got every team playing in the knockout stage tomorrow, just to see how far they can get. So it's not the end of the world. It's definitely something to consider. Bring back that aggressive style of play. Stop playing so sheepish on the back line.
Yeah, I suppose you could put it down to the fact that the expectation maybe was there this week as well. When you're in a group where you maybe think you can win, I suppose it puts a little bit more of that pressure on you, whereas last time, there's a couple of teams there. Of course, we played against England. Didn't expect maybe to get as great of a result as we did against those guys, so it was probably that sort of mindset as well, I guess you could say. Is that sort of prevalent in Rocket League too?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the expectation to win this group is something else. I've seen teams fumble like simple games against other major teams across the entire years of my commentary career now, that you're sat there thinking, we should win this. We get top 32 Europe and they fumble the bag and get top 48. It happens across the field. That expectation of winning something also brings across sloppiness, and it's the same across any esport, surely.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. Now, before we do go out and close out here, what can we look forward to tomorrow? Why should everyone tune back in for the knockouts here?
Well, tomorrow we got the round of 32 and the round of 16 in terms of knockout stages. It's already being sorted here. Let me just take a quick look at who we would have. I think you said it was Croatia, right?
Yeah, that's second in Group B. We are currently going to be against. So obviously that could be probably Croatia or Latvia potentially. Are they playing each other? Yeah, so it's basically the winner of that game, I assume, is going to be. Because Germany's so far ahead on the goal difference. Yeah,
let's take a look here. At what's currently going on their end. It looks like Croatia have got the advantage so far, so I will call it Croatia now, who we will be facing, and that should be a good game to get us running. And then it's the fear factor of playing France in the round of 16, the number one seed of this entire tournament. We're gonna have to perform some kind of excellent miracle to get a game off them at least, let alone win a series. So hopefully it will be good showing. It'll be nice to see the number one seed up against us, but it may be a bit too much of a stretch. But anything can happen in Rocket.
Well, what I will say is that when we played week one, we went into that, a lot of those games, particularly against England, with lower expectations, the underdogs, the players, the teams that people weren't looking at to actually go on and win that sort of game. So it does seem like Wales can perform when their backs are up against the wall and potentially the underdog in the matchup. So make sure to tune in for those games tomorrow. We got the knockouts, we got the round of 32, and of course, hopefully the round of 16 as well. It's going to be some fantastic Rocket League. But from us here on the broadcast, we'll say goodbye and we'll see you tomorrow.